Hello. All right, y'all. So it has been a minute. Mama had to take a break, okay, and figure some shit out. And I also re-upped on a new deck. So I spent some time trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my channel, right? And at first I was like, well, maybe I should do this for the masculine collective. No. Okay. And then I was like, well, maybe I should just do what I normally do and just read, right? Yes, right? But then I also thought I should probably put this on a different page. So I am Shira, Nashira, and this is going to be my new page. I believe it's Nashira the Alchemist. So here is where I talk about how there are things that your guides, your ancestors, is cosmic soul energy, right? This deck that I'm shuffling now is a new deck that I got from, I forget her name, wait, Street Priestess Tarot and Oracle cards. She is on Etsy. So if you see it and you like it, then okay. But this deck is called Juju Queens. Okay, so you don't have to be a woman or feminine energy to resonate with this. But there will be the energy of me talking to High Priestess or those that are in tune with their feminine energy. It does not mean that you have to be a woman to watch this or to resonate with it. If you resonate with it, you resonate with it because it is collective energy that I'm reading. I like feminine cards. I like black cards, like cards made by black people of color. So that's just my thing. And most of my decks are feminine decks. So, but with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. I am not sure what's going to come out, but Spirit led me here, told me to get dressed. So you could be dealing with some sort of having the inability of feeling safe in your environment. I have on red, not just because it's Valentine's Day, but because red means root, meaning there could be some things that you are dealing with in your reality right now where you do not feel stable. You do not feel as if you don't feel grounded, right? So when our root chakra is off, one of the most difficult things to get past is that it's sometimes we can feel disconnected from God, from the universe, from our lives, our higher self, right? And when we feel as if we are disconnected from our higher self, it makes it difficult to do regular things. You could start having more bad days or depressed days or anxiety days, right? And there could be a bunch of different things falling apart around you. If this is happening to you, this is Spirit letting you know now that if you're in a tower moment in your life right now where things seems to be falling apart, it should let you know, it should indicate to you that things are changing. Whatever foundation you are on right now is faulty, meaning you no longer need to be there, you no longer want to be there, and you have evolved beyond it. And it's necessary for you to allow the crumbling to happen and to embrace what is being brought to you. So sometimes this could look like your world falling apart, which is, how do you say, it could be losing a job, needing to find a house, getting into a car accident, or some sort of financial burden becoming a little bit heavier on you, right? And when things like this happen, it depends on where it's happening in your life. Let's say it's a car. You got into an accident with the car, then that means that there is going to be a replacement. you're going to end up with a new car or something like that. If this is a home, same thing. If this is your health, you may have found out something bad is going on with your health. This is bringing you to a space of being aware of what is going on and shifting it in enough time for you to properly evaluate and fix what you're going through, okay? Father God, I ask that you cover me while I do this reading. Archangel Michael, I ask that you come in and place a seal of protection around me at this time. Archangel Metatron. Oh, what's going on here? I ask that you come in and help me to deliver this message. Ancestors, I ask that you come in and help me to deliver this message. Make it plain, make it simple, make it great. Yep, disconnection from your spirit team could be because you're too focused on your physical life. And because you are too focused on your physical life, this is causing you to miss out on the different work that you need to be doing in the 5D, in your imagination space, the things that help you draw in what it is that you want. Now, you could be getting distracted by someone in your life. You could be getting distracted by all of these different chaotic things that are falling apart, right? And they're falling apart for a reason. Things are falling apart, but to the naked eye, but in spirit, they are falling into place. You may not like what's happening, you may not like how it's happening, but it's happening, and it's happening for you, not to you, okay? And I know people hate to hear that, but you know what? I don't care. You'll be all right. Okay, first card out is Veil of Mystery, Trusting the Unknown. Okay, Juju Queen. She came through, didn't she? Release the need to have all the answers. Embrace uncertainty with faith that the path will unfold as it should. The unknown is where the magic happens. Trust in the process. So that is indication number one, confirmation number one of the message that I just gave you, right? This lets you know that you don't need to know the answers to what's going to happen. If you feel within your spirit, within your body, within your mind, within your soul, right, that something ain't right and you don't like it, it doesn't fit you well, I understand that some of us don't want to release certain things because they don't think that more is going to come. This brings me to, like, when people get to a certain age, and I believe I said this on another thing, but when people get to a certain age, they start to think, well, maybe I'm not as desirable, or maybe I won't find someone else to replace this individual that I'm dealing with. I use love because everybody can resonate with the heartbreaks of love, or the different difficulties in love. Okay, if it's not love, then let's say that you have been living in a home for a long period of time, and you may not be able to find a home that is that's up to par for you, or something that's like an upgrade for you or better for you. And you could be keeping yourself from looking. You could be keeping yourself from going out and interviewing new landlords and taking walkthroughs and things like that. So, and because of the fact that you don't think that you can find something in your price range, or something that would accommodate you and your family, or that will make you feel either as good or better, like you're kind of in a settling space because you don't know what's happening, right? And your guides want you to release the need to know what's going on, and trust in the process, and embrace the mystery, okay? Because that's where the fun of life comes in, when things are mysterious and you don't really know what's going to happen. You have to learn to be brave and take the risk and jump. That is, you're here because you're on the Fool's journey. The Fool jumps. The Fool is the first card in the major arcana, right? And the Fool is always on the ledge, frolicking, having fun with his dog in his backpack, just enjoying life, not even paying attention to the fact that they're literally on the ledge of a mountain and possibly about to fall, right? It's enjoying all of it. And you may get to a point where you feel like you may fall, But what makes you think that that fall is not cushioned by the divine? Make it make sense. Big brain. Royal allies. Building supportive and empowering connections. Surround yourself with those who uplift and empower you. Your strength grows when shared with the right people. Build your circle of royal allies. And together, you will rise to new heights. So this speaks real heavy of new energy coming into your space, surrounding yourself with supportive people, and knowing that if the divine is taking something out of your life, they're bringing something even better in. So if you are knowing that you're going through something difficult for yourself right now, it's best that you take the time out to really, I say this all the time, really evaluate your circle and see if you have people around you in any way, shape, or form, even if it's like in the smallest way, that can be more supportive of what it is that you want to do. That people that can help you throughout the difficult parts of this tower moment in your life, okay? And then divine timing, trust the plan, again, at the bottom of the deck, okay? What else do we have for the collective? Thank you, Spirit. Royal legacy. This is called Juju Queens, so it's going to have some royal energy, okay? Building a future rooted in power. Reflect on the impact you want to leave behind. Build from your strengths and let your actions be guided by purpose. Your legacy begins with the choices you make today. All right, so there could be an aspect of you where you are, I brought it up earlier, the choices that you make while you're in this process today, no matter where you are, like financially or energetically, the choices that you make today determine how your tomorrow turns out. So it's important that you choose to think about how you want to the energy around you to be, to feel around you. So that means if you have to reevaluate your friend circle and you realize that you have a snake in your grass, or if you realize that the person that you have been spending time with is not necessarily on your team, or there's things going on that you feel, you may not have physical proof, but you feel something's off because you know your person. You should. You spending time with them all the time, you should know when something's off. Okay? Emotional intelligence is way much more important, or way much more valuable, I'll say, than intellectual intelligence. They are valuable both in the same, but I feel like if a person doesn't necessarily have intellectual intelligence, book smarts, then them understanding body language, them understanding subtle changes that their person has, the different patterns that may shift because they're doing something different. If they're not discussing with you what is going on in their life, that's a problem. If yeah. But if we're talking about your life within yourself with some sort of financial obligations or something like that, if you notice that you are starting to have like difficulties with your with handling your finances, or there may be some sort of increase coming in, it's necessary for you to find, if it's necessary, if you don't feel like you can handle what's going on, or you may need a little bit more help, financial advisors, they probably aren't too expensive. You could probably find one that is affordable. But if it's necessary, it's necessary, especially if you're handling more money than usual, or if you know that you made mistakes in the past with handling your money. You have enough to do stuff with, but you don't necessarily take care of it the correct way, right? It's necessary for you to do what you need to do when it comes to that, okay? But the choices that you make today matter. all right? Especially when it comes to finances, because you don't want to have to depend on anybody being in your life because you can't financially take care of yourself, right? Right. All right, Queens of Shadows, navigating through difficult emotions. We're here with it. Okay. Acknowledge and sit with your difficult emotions instead of avoiding them. Give yourself permission to feel and process. Healing comes through understanding, not suppressing. Trust your inner strength to guide you through the shadows. So you could be, it's definitely shadow work that's going on right now, especially with love or relationships with other people, and money is coming up. Sometimes you have to sit with yourself, and no one has to know what you are thinking, right? No one has to know what it is that you struggle with unless you want to talk to other people about it. And when you do, those should be trusted people that you know aren't going to negatively judge you or negatively criticize you for what you're going through. And they're going to be, you want to deal with empathetic people, right? People that understand and don't judge, okay? We listen, we don't judge. Let's go there. Let's start there, okay? So, and then this is something you have to do for yourself. Sometimes we don't need to go out and deal with other people when we can take time with ourselves and really think about stuff. If you need to go to your car, take a drive just to really process things and talk out loud, talk to God, talk to the universe, okay? Talk to yourself and get things out, then that's something that you need to do, and there's no shame in it, okay? What else do we have, Spirit? Let's get one more. That almost came out. I didn't know. Thank y'all so much for being here. I'm going to try to keep it short. I always do like 40-minute readings, and I don't want to do it too long, okay? I'm just going to see what we have really quick for the collective so that we can help you on your journey, right? Sunrise of power. Transformation and renewal. Embrace change as a chance for growth. And that's something that I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily understand, especially while they're inside of the difficult things that they're dealing with. You have to understand that the changes that are happening are literally for evolution, are in not just in your physical life, but for your soul. You have to think about what you experience this life within, and how you experience it is literally because of the fact that it's your soul. And if you're unhappy because your soul is experiencing something that it doesn't want to experience, and it wants to evolve outside of that. So that's something that you should take into consideration as you are going through these difficult things that seem like you want to hold on to them because you're not sure what's going to happen next, right? Let go of the past and focus on the fresh possibilities ahead. One of the best things about letting go, releasing your past, releasing the struggles of what you're dealing with right now today, is the opportunities that you get to experience. And I don't care how old you are. Life is not about being complacent. Life is about adventure. Life is about experiencing things and feeling pleasure. We are physical beings. We're literally in the physical. Why do you think orgasms are so important? Let's start. Let's go. Why do you think people think why do you think sex is so important to people? And they're obsessed with it. Yes, we're supposed to evolve spiritually, but another thing is evolving and experiencing the things that we want to in the physical. You have the opportunity to experience more things of what it is that you like, more things that make you feel happy. Some of those things could be physical things. Some of those things could be an emotional or mental release as well, since we're talking about orgasms, right? They are releases. And if you release what it is that you're holding on to, you will feel an emotional or mental sort of orgasmic evolution, if that makes sense. And it's something that your higher self wants you to experience. It's something that your ancestors and your guides want you to experience, right? We're just going to talk. Okay, harness the energy around you to fuel your next steps with positivity and purpose. So this is why we're talking about being alchemists and alchemy and shit like that. While we talk about the energy that we deal with, because we are energetic beings. You have to harness the energy around you. What you feel around you, you need to know what's going on in those places and how you feel about them. And if they don't feel right, 1111 gonna start popping up. If they don't feel right, 111 is gonna start popping up. If they are not right, 555 is gonna start showing up. And then when they start to shift, 444 is gonna start showing up, because you're getting into a more stable space, right? So be open to the signs and synchronicities that your guides are telling you. Learn what they mean so that you are able to process what they're telling you, because they try to talk to you in the flash. They don't want to have to go through having to send messengers like this and have you sit through a 20-minute reading for you to understand what's happening in your life. You need to know what's happening in your life by understanding what it is that you want, by understanding how you feel about certain things, by understanding what's actually happening with the other characters in your reality. Okay? So I hope that this helped. We're going to move on to the next energy. I love you. Thank you for being here. Make sure you like, subscribe, come back. Okay? Bye.